What if right now, in this very moment, God is shaping the person you've been praying for, the one who will walk beside you in love, faith, and destiny? Think about it. Somewhere out there, beyond the walls of your room, beyond the noise of your daily struggles, God could be preparing your spouse in ways you never imagined. But the truth about how He does it may not be what you expect, and that's where the story begins. You see, everyone talks about waiting on God, waiting on the right person. But here's the twist most people don't realize. While you are waiting, God is not still. Heaven is not silent. The process has already started. The question is, will you recognize it before it passes you by? Pause for a moment. Picture this. The very person God has chosen for you could be going through trials right now. They may be broken, reshaped, tested, humbled. Just like gold refined by fire, they are being molded into someone who can love you, not with shallow promises, but with depth, sacrifice, and faith. And here's the catch. While God is preparing them, He is also preparing you. Have you ever wondered why certain relationships failed? Why some people walked away? Why others never stayed long enough to love you right? It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. It was God closing doors because He already knew who couldn't carry your calling, who couldn't fight beside you, who couldn't nurture what He placed inside you. That sting of disappointment was not abandonment. It was protection. But here's the tension you need to hold on to. While your future spouse is being prepared, you may not recognize them when they finally arrive. Why? Because God rarely delivers blessings in the package you expected. Sometimes the one meant for you doesn't look like your list, doesn't fit your ideal, doesn't walk in with grand gestures. They may enter quietly, unnoticed, almost hidden, and yet they carry everything you prayed for, disguised in humility, patience, and faith. Imagine this. Right now, your spouse could be waking up with battles you'll never see, silent prayers whispered in the dark, tears wiped before anyone notices, struggles only God can hear. And yet those very battles are shaping their heart, aligning their spirit, making them ready to meet you at the right time. Doesn't that thought stir something deep inside you? That the one you will love is being transformed by the very hand of God, even before your paths cross? This is why you can't give up now. Your waiting season is not wasted. It is holy preparation. Every unanswered prayer, every night you felt forgotten, every tear you thought no one saw, God saw it. And He is weaving those moments into the story of your marriage. Stay with me, because in the next chapter, we'll uncover how God signals the moment your season of waiting shifts. Signs you must not ignore, because missing them could mean missing the very person God sent for you. Before we continue, let me ask you this. If you believe that God is already preparing your spouse right now, comment the word "ready" below. I want to know how many of you are standing in faith for what's coming. And while you're here, subscribe and join this journey, because what I'll reveal next could change how you see love forever. So here's the part most people never hear. God doesn't just prepare your spouse in silence. He leaves signs. Subtle, quiet signals that whisper, "The waiting is almost over." But not everyone notices. And when they miss it, they miss their blessing. Let's uncover what those signs really look like. The first sign: your spirit becomes restless. Suddenly, the things that once satisfied you no longer do. You start to sense a shift, as if the season you've been in is coming to an end. That is not coincidence. That is preparation. The Holy Spirit begins to stir your heart so that when your spouse finally arrives, you are awake enough to recognize them. It's like a gentle alarm clock from heaven, ringing just for you. Another sign comes through unexpected alignment. You find yourself walking into new circles, meeting people you never planned to meet, stepping into places that seem random but are actually orchestrated. And within those new alignments, your spouse could be standing right there, not by chance, but by design. Because God doesn't leave it to luck, He weaves it with purpose. But here's where the tension grows. While you're sensing these signs, doubt creeps in. You start to wonder, is this really it? Am I ready? Or am I just imagining things? That doubt is the enemy's last weapon. If he can't stop God from preparing your spouse, he'll try to blind you from recognizing them. That's why discernment is crucial. That's why you must stay rooted in prayer. Let me tell you something powerful. The person God has for you will not only match your prayers, they will match your purpose. They won't just come to love you, they will come to partner with you, to lift you when you're weak, to remind you of God's promises when your faith feels small, to walk into destiny with you. And here's the shock. Sometimes they may not even realize how ready they are until God places you in their life. But don't miss this. The same preparation happening for your spouse is also happening in you. God is pruning your character, stretching your patience, teaching you to love without conditions, to forgive without limits, to serve without pride. Why? Because marriage isn't just about romance, it's about reflection. Reflecting Christ's love through two people who become one. That's why the weight feels heavy. That's why it feels delayed. Because God isn't just preparing someone for you, He's preparing you for someone. Picture it. The day will come when paths finally collide. You'll look into their eyes and something in your spirit will whisper, "This is it. This is the one I shaped you for." And in that moment, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer will suddenly make sense. The pain will turn into gratitude, the waiting will turn into worship, and you'll realize God was never late. He was perfect in timing. So here's the word for you right now. Don't quit. Don't let the weight of waiting crush your faith. God is closer to fulfilling His promise than you think. Your spouse is not just coming. They are being crafted, molded, transformed at this very moment. The question is, will you be ready to receive them when God says the time is now? This is the moment to act. Strengthen your faith, guard your heart, stay watchful. And if this word resonates deep in your soul, I want you to comment one word below: faith. Let me know who's truly holding on, who's truly believing. And while you're here, subscribe now, because this journey doesn't end here. There are more revelations, more truths, more prophetic words waiting for you. Don't miss them. Because love, the kind of love God writes,